What's up, guys? I'm Mike from StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. The market had a pretty crazy day today, considering we had two major events, one of them being Apple's iPhone event, and the second event is Amazon Prime Day. So we're not actually going to get the data from Amazon Prime Day until a little bit in the future, but we did have some interesting news regarding Apple that we're going to cover in this video. And we also had some news that came out yesterday with Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. So overall, we have some interesting news to cover in today's video, and we have a lot of plays for the market right now. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video to hear all of the plays for tomorrow and all of the news that came out today. If you guys aren't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to see our daily videos on your YouTube homepage every single day. But let's get right into it. So Tom, what happened in the market today?
Yeah, everybody's eyes were on Apple this morning whenever they had that event at 1 in the afternoon. And we can see that early on in the morning, Apple really bled off, and it was really unexpected for a lot of traders to see this. But, as we all know, whenever these stocks like to fly, they also like to come back down. And whenever you go into events, you never know what's going to happen. And this is proof of the pudding right here. You can see that Apple just tanked all the way down as we went into this event. And then as the event actually kicked off, you can see Apple kind of went green for the rest of the day, which wasn't too bad for it. But they pretty much announced a whole bunch of stuff. They had stunning cinematography and technology that they announced. Their new iPhones will have their new A14 chips with better CPUs and GPUs in them. And they also announced the new iPhone 12 mini, which is going to be like a mini version of the standard iPhone 12. And they're also going to have the iPhone 12 Pro. And all these iPhone 12s will have the same hardware besides the iPhone 12 Pro, which will also have a LiDAR system for camera stabilization and better focusing, as well as 3 camera lenses. And they also have really cool low light photos and recording software and stuff that they're making right now. So like pretty much you can take pictures at nighttime and they look really good. But I have some pictures here of the actual iPhone, and they look really good, I think. This is good. This is the iPhone 12 Pro here. And you can see they really made the edges more of like that square, boxier look. And I personally like that because they can make it sleek, and you can see how shiny it is. And it's made of, stainless steel, and the glass is like non-scratching glass, of course, and all types of stuff like that. And this little black sensor there, that's the LiDAR button. But you can see how good these are, how well priced they are too. The iPhone 12 is starting at $700 for the mini, and that's a really good price, especially for iPhones. A lot of people were expecting these to be priced a lot higher, and there was kind of some leaks on the pricing as well, but $700 is a really well-priced phone. And for the 12 Pro being as good as it is, I can't believe it's only priced at $1,000. But you can see, though, with the regular 12, there's just tons of colors and different customizations with this phone. And I'm not trying to sit here and promote Apple to death, but it was just a really good event that they had today.
Yeah, I believe investors were pretty pleased with the technology that came out. Apple's a powerhouse. They're a very strong company. They have a ton of cash, and they're doing great things. I think we could all tell that by their stock price, but I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, if Apple just displayed this great technology, if they just had this awesome event, why is Apple down almost 3% today? And like I said in yesterday's video, with events, like trading events get tricky because there's hype that's already built into them. So just like Tesla's battery day, right? They presented great technology, but Tesla still fell. Apple's kind of the same way. Like there's already anticipation built into the event. But with Apple's scenario, they also ran up like 7% yesterday. So, just because Apple fell 3% today, that doesn't mean that investors didn't like the event. It seemed like investors were actually pretty pleased with the event, and Apple's just pulling back from the huge run up it had yesterday. So keep that in mind when trading events. They get tricky just because the underlying company presents great technology and advancements. It does not necessarily mean that the stock price will shoot up. What else happened today?
Amazon launched their Prime Day today, and we talked about this in yesterday's video as well. And like you said at the beginning, we're not actually going to get any numbers or be able to tell if Amazon broke any records from Prime Day until a little while in the future. But right now, a lot of people are really looking at Apple's event, and you can see that Amazon kind of traded pretty much flat all day today. And that's not a bad thing considering how much they've went up recently. Trading flat today is not the worst thing in the world, but really the big thing is that whenever we see those Prime Day numbers come out, that's whenever you'll see Amazon really start to move one way or the other.
Awesome. Yeah, Amazon was pretty flat, like you said, but the market was also pretty flat too. So like, even looking at Apple's chart, like yes, they were down, but it's not like they were just like crashing and burning. Like they were down 2.65%, and they had some they had some like pullbacks during the day, and it really wasn't a horrible day, especially considering how big of a day they had yesterday. Like I said, they were up around 7% yesterday, and they actually ran up even more in pre-market today. So was there any other major news?
Yeah, there actually was. CNBC reports that Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine trial is paused after an adverse event in a patient, and the government also paused Eli Lilly's coronavirus vaccine trials over concerns as well. And a lot of people have been concerned about pushing these vaccines without knowing the health risks. And it seems that there can be some adverse effects on patients, and this can really put a halt to the huge upside swings that we've seen from a lot of these healthcare and biotech stocks lately. It's just one of those things that we've really tried to push this vaccine. And if we do start seeing a lot of these different vaccines have adverse effects on patients and we're actually unable to produce them, that's going to be a lot of money lost and a lot of wasted production that we've been really ramping up for.
For sure. And then if you look at Zoom, ticker symbol ZM, we can see that they had an amazing day today. They're sitting at about $519. They were up 5.5% today. And people are saying that Zoom is rising because the vaccine process is starting to, or it's not starting to slow down, but it's been paused, like you just said. And if that's the case, obviously Zoom would continue to benefit from everything being online, like all these online meetings, like school being online. So, that's just interesting to note and see like how a healthcare stock like Johnson & Johnson and Eli Lilly, a catalyst that they have can affect a video communications company like Zoom. So I think that's interesting to look at.
Yeah, and Zoom's chart looks really good to the upside too. I really like the way it's turning up, and it's almost at all-time highs again as well.
Oh yeah, I mean it's approaching there, and it has some pretty decent momentum. So that'll definitely be on my watch for the rest of this week. But now let's get into our Discord member of the day. So today's Discord member of the day is Great Trade 20. So this person doesn't post too much in the chat, but when this person does, this person is always extremely positive and just a great member of the community overall. I'm very grateful to have Great Trade 20 in the StockedUp Discord chat. So huge shout out to Great Trade 20 for being our Discord member of the day today. So now for our momentum trades for tomorrow. And the first play is WSM. So WSM was up about 6% today. It was breaking about, actually, is it all-time highs breaking? Let me see. Let's see. Yes, it is breaking all-time highs. Has a ton of momentum. Tom, what levels should we be watching?
Make it pop above 106.81, which is the all-time high.
Awesome. And then with the next play, we have Work, WORK.
Work, make them pop above 32.55, and this really looks good, and there's a really solid level there at that 32.50 32.55 level, so just make them break that, but this looks like it has a lot of potential.
Awesome. And then we have Walmart, WMT.
Walmart, make them hit 146.60 or higher.
All right. And then last but not least, we have Roku, ROKU.
This stock is on fire. Make them hit above 239.50.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were up just under 8% today. They have a ton of momentum, also breaking all-time highs. So we are eyeing all of these plays potentially to the upside only if they can break above the levels Tom listed. If they can break above those levels, we are looking at these stocks for quick little in and out day trades. So now for our unusual options activity for tomorrow, and we are looking at the Zoom 550 strike call options that expire this Friday, October 16th. There was about $8 million put into this play today. Zoom has a ton of momentum, and like we were both saying, I mean, it's coming close to those all-time highs. So just keep your eye on Zoom. It's also one of those stocks where when it gets momentum, it tends to run for a couple days. So just keep your eyes on Zoom. It is up about 5.5% today, but it does have a lot of momentum. All right, so now let's get into our comments from the previous episode. So our first comment is from Jake. Jake said, "Hey Mike and Tom, can you guys run through CHGG today? I have an 85 strike call that expires this week. Today's my birthday, hoping for the birthday gains tomorrow. So happy birthday, first of all. And yes, we can definitely pull that up. So Tom, CHGG. And then Jake also said, appreciate the response in the Discord chat. Great chat room with tons of knowledge. So before we get into CHGG, if you guys want to join the Discord chat, we have over 10,000 people in the chat talking stocks, options, and finance every day. It's completely free, and it's the first link in the description down below. Like I said, it's completely free, and it's a chat room with over 10,000 people in there. We're just talking stocks, options, and finance. So Tom, what are you seeing on CHGG?
Yeah, it looks really hot, especially lately. It looks like it could easily come back up and potentially retest all-time highs around $89 or even $90. But just keep in mind that with all the green days it's had lately, that if it does have a small pullback, it could pull back potentially, 3 to 5%, and that won't even phase the stock at all. But other than that, I think it's definitely hot. And happy birthday, by the way, and I hope it gives you, your birthday wishes.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully the stock continues for you. But like Tom said, it does have a ton of momentum. It has a great uptrend right now. The only thing I'm worried about is because we have had a lot of green days in a row. Like this stock has had a green day for like the past couple weeks now. Like there's been a couple red days, but for the most part, it's been pretty much all green. So the one thing I'm worried about with this play is a pullback. And if it does pull back, it's most likely going to be a pretty decent sized pullback, considering this stock is kind of moving exponentially to the upside right now. So just be careful with the pullback to protect yourself. I'm not sure when you got this call option, but let's say you bought this call option like a couple days ago. What you can do is that you can actually turn this play into a spread. So we're not going to get too much into detail with that, but I have a video on the channel saying how to guarantee profits with options trading. And in certain scenarios, you can guarantee a profit. So for example, like if you're already up 100% on the option, you can turn the play into a spread where you can actually guarantee yourself a profit. So keep that in mind, and I'll actually link that video in the description down below. It'll be the third link in the description down below if you want to check that out. But overall, it looks really good, and I hope this continues up for you. With the next play, we have Mitchell saying, I jumped in the Discord last week, and I'm enjoying the conversations. Thank you for the videos. I'm wondering if you guys can give some technical analysis on IPOB. So let's take a look. IPOB. Let's see, loading up. So it has a ton of momentum. What do you think of this stock, Tom?
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to break this upper resistance around 2430, 2433 level here. And it looks like it's trying to do that today or even tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, if it pops above that, I would definitely be watching this to the upside, and hopefully it could, but it's definitely been running over the past few days and over the past few years as well. It's just one of those hot stocks that I don't know exactly what they do, but they could definitely keep running. And if I see them break that high resistance, I could see it definitely running tomorrow again.
For sure. And then stocks like these have been running a lot recently. So with these plays, no one knows when they are going to hit their highs and pull back. No one knows the top, no one knows the bottom, but we know that this stock has a ton of momentum right now, and their options are pretty expensive. So with stocks like these, I like to just day trade them in and out. I find it very risky to hold these hot stocks overnight because any catalyst can come out, or they can just pull back out of nowhere because they already ran up so much. But their options are pretty expensive. They're not insane, but their implied volatility is about 110%. So their options are pretty expensive. So I think this can be great for like day trading, but personally, I would not hold this overnight. With the next comment we have Carlos saying, "Hey guys, great video as always. Can you share thoughts on RUN? Why is the stock falling? I thought the acquisition of VSLR would increase the company's value. Thanks." So let's take a look. RUN. RUN. So they made an acquisition, like you said. When companies make acquisitions, sometimes that can already be priced into the stock. So with events like, whether it's like an iPhone event or Tesla's battery day or earnings or an acquisition events, there's like anticipation built into those events. So even if whatever the event is, even if it's great for the company, the stock can still fall. And if you look at RUN, it's more pulling back than anything else. So we can see that RUN went from $7.80 all the way to highs of $82.42 in the past 9 months. That is just an explosion. Like, that's just crazy. I mean, $7.84 all the way up to over 82 in less than a year. Like that's crazy growth. So even though they did acquire VSLR, their company's value has already exploded. So like just like if an event happens, and whether it's a merger, an acquisition, or earnings, even if it's great for the company, that does not necessarily mean the stock price will shoot up. So Tom, do you have any analysis on RUN?
Yeah, it just looks like one of those stocks that'll really run up, and whenever it runs, it just likes to keep running. But right now, it looks like it's running down back to the downside. But the good news is that it kind of looks like it's going to kind of consolidate, maybe around that $60 support level. It looks like it really consolidated there for a few days on the way up. So I could maybe see $60 being a support or at least a level to watch for.
Awesome. So with that being said, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or any insight for the market for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to SPCE once again. This stock goes up 6% today. I just had to mention it, at least for a brief second. I really like the setup today, and it looks like it's really strong to end the day. But, this stock really likes to reverse a lot. So just make sure that in the morning you see a lot of momentum to the upside once the market actually opens. Because if we go back a few days, like over here on last Thursday, you can kind of see how it popped in pre-market and hit 2280. And then once the market actually opened, it just was pretty much red throughout the day from there. So just be careful of that. But I really like SPCE to the upside. And I've also been watching Roku to the upside as well. This stock has really been running and breaking all-time highs just about every day. And the move today was very significant. But if you do trade this, just be really careful, kind of like with SPCE, because with how much it went up today, you have to see a lot of green momentum at open, or else this could really pull back on you.
Yep. And then the last time you called out SPCE, it's up since that point. So that's good. And it's still holding its ground. So it had a great day today. So I'm interested to see what it does for the rest of this week. So before we end the video, I just want to give one more shout out to Vince. He's always commenting on the YouTube videos. He's in the notification squad. So basically every time we post a new video, he gets a notification, and he's always commenting, which really helps grow the channel. So huge shout out, Vince. If you guys want to get notifications every time we upload a new video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and then click the bell icon. And if you do that, you will get notifications for each new upload. So thank you guys so much for watching this video to the end. We're just under 30,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for all the comments, likes, and new subscribers. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any comments, let us know in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching.